605 Brooklyn Bridge, failed and tongue-tied, body aching, hands shaking, bloody inside. I'm still alive, sunrise like a pillar of fire, still running like the static on a blank channel, sunk into the bottom of the barrel of a gun. Braced against the railing, looking straight into the sun, like I was waiting for someone to burn a picture in my mind, like I could recite scriptures off the lids of my eyes. Fishing in the East River for a reason to die. Voices whispered in my mind, I believe they were mine. Another pilgrim come to find that the bridge is a lie, and there's nothing on the other side. I was told to pick my battles, this isn't my war, my fight is with myself, I'm leaving New York. I was told to pick my battles, this isn't my war, my fight is with myself, I'm leaving New York. I was told to pick your battles, this isn't my war, my fight is with myself, I'm leaving New York. I was told to pick your battles, I'm leave. In the apartment, often calling, caught constant paranoia, coughing someone's jagged hallelujah. Buildings like a burning cross, withdraw the drive north, all 5 boroughs fall. Lizards listen through the walls, born into this funeral. News of war from City Hall, subway station, FDR, tanks and guards, riot squad, movement of the violent mob. Bodies all fall apart, dusted in the dark, watching the war start. Long they're gonna send us to the deserts of Mars, where we'll die or go crazy with our legs blown off. Don't wanna suffocate in space while God in the state face off. Flags waving in the great dawn, better to break. I was told to pick my battles, this isn't my war, my fight is with myself, I'm leaving New York. I was told to pick my battles, this isn't my war, my fight is with myself, I'm leaving New York. I was told pick your battles, this isn't my war, my fight is with myself, I'm leaving New York. I was told pick your battles, I'm leave.
How much time do we have until the power gets cut off? What? It's cool, we can play as long as we want.
I never found solid ground, but slept in a burning bed. There's a couple landlords with the bounty on my head. Never learned to bend my neck or to worship the dead. Metro card expired, hopper turned Stalin and Jet. Was I a coward to abandon the broken down mechanics? The crown Biggie Smalls as the king of Atlantis. Like trees, the branches, cliffs, the avalanches, the sea in which he vanished. Lost kingdom of Jay-Z and Def Jam cannibals. Beating the dead, break on the decks of the Titanic. I am it, but I can't fit. So when the sky fell, I felt like one of the guilty. With the populace in lockstep, ready to come and kill me. The Providence demolished in buildings that rust and rot beneath the Hudson. All of it flooded up and sunk it. All of it came to nothing, and the devil's still running. And the devil's still running. I was told to pick my battles, this isn't my war, my fight is with myself, I'm leaving New York. I was told to pick my battles, this isn't my war, my fight is with myself, I'm leaving New York. I was told.
World's about to end now. You can run, only God knows what you'll go to.
Come on, V! Let's go! Must run all day!
We out of here. Farewell.
People were asking what happens
Panic
after the end.
Panic's in the air.
There's no time to delay.
At the crossroad, I'm leaving them. I'm leaving them.
Now what's left? Survival of the fittest.
Prepare yourself.
Is reward. God help us, we're in trouble. Trouble.
It's all a matter of setting the date for America's destruction. This is the warning. Apocalypse. Consider yourselves.
Feed them all their meds till they forget what the drugs cost. And people never question what you selling them guns for. Or beat them in the head with the message, with the blunt force. Lead them to the edge, tell them this is the jump off. To run off, you dump off, it goes to the soft. Let them suck on your exhaust till the fucking sun's gone, baby. Make them bleed from it while they dream of it. Make them yearn to get it while they burning in it. Treat the side effects and supply the next disorder. Poison the well and bottle the water. If all else fails, you start a war up. You sell him what he needs to knock it down and reconstruct. Feed a judge, ease it up, pump full of refined additives. Sell her tummy tucks and plus size caskets. Cause if it ain't dead, how do you know it's empty? Please your customer, get yourself free. Bleed your customer, get yourself free. Bleed your customer, get yourself free. Bleed your customer. You sell brand X seatbelts and planned obsolescence. Clinical trial cover up, never crash tested. Ask both show accounts, so when you bounce with the pension, keep a gun in their mouth. Treat them for bouts of depression. Tell them to buy a pet, help them to buy a house. Chain them to a fence and get your pound of flesh out. Sell nicotine, caffeine, energy drinks. They work till they forget to breathe, dream or think. And worship celebrities selling the ego trip. Or buy up a bunch of product from the Jesus pit. You carry pills and prayer beads, razor blades and used condoms. Rhapsodies, magazines and novelty items. Cause if it ain't dead, how do you know it's empty? Bleed your customer, get yourself free. Bleed your customer, get yourself free. Bleed your customer, get yourself free. Say I get bloody, 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 I get bloody. Blood, 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 blood. Believe the hype, there's a killing to be made in the mind. You'll either be a slave to the grind or a blade in the backside. Days don't rewind, it's a matter of time. I suggest you view death as a ladder to climb. I'm getting mine till it's gone, then I'm coming for yours. Strip mine the reservoir, cause I'm hungry for more. Privatized resource by the pen of the sword. Respect the jungle law, terrorism or war. Make sure you got a seat when the ship slipped off. Stop me if you heard this before, gotta pimp this all. Handle the pack animals, conditioned and taught. Hunt, gathering, hoard, get the D's to the C's and security force. Get a seat on the board and keep the keys to the vault. If the kids got a problem, they can put up a peace sign. Let them call you anything but late for a mealtime. Viruses multiply and rust never sleeps. You either getting eaten or you eat, baby, stay on your feet. Gotta bleed your customer, get yourself free. 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 I'm a bloodsucker, I'm a bloodsucker, I'm a bloodsucker, I'm a bloodsucker. You a customer, you a customer. I'm a bloodsucker, I'm a bloodsucker. I get bloody, 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 I get bloody.
Yeah. Let's do right. Say what? 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 Say what?
This is my account of my account. I've become withdrawn, I borrowed a large amount. I'm hanging in the balance, feeling like a toxic asset. Everything I make I give to God in taxes, yeah. Bail me out. My fingers strain to make the symbols of my name as they were trained on dotted lines and touch screens. I relate to workers real estate. Jam it up the circuit, break the back of plastic currency. Digits slip from my fingertips and go on a murdering spree. missing reserves. Smug assurances circulate, smudging ink on my shirt. Oh shit, it's all in my hands. Something must be coming off on me. It feels like a brand I'm not solving. Deep sea diving for the sunken dollars. Some out of options, some out of air. Get your hands out of my pocket. I'm heart sick with the fear. Locked into the deal with little interest. Paying down the principal, ripping lottery tickets. Taxation for the dough. So bail me out. We sprung the leak, baby. We sprung the leak, baby. We sprung the leak. So bail me out. We're going down, sucker. We're going down, sucker. We're going down, sucker. So bail me out. We sprung the leak, we sprung the leak, we sprung the leak. Bail me out. We sprung the leak, we sprung the leak, we sprung the leak. Bail me out. When the profit margins drop to the factory floor, the employees of the year won't work no more. The gold standards abandoned and they circulate disease. My father used to ask me if I thought it grew on trees. On top of the world with a worm in my gut and the bro, I sell on inflated objects. Everything I do is to make a profit. Everyone I love is a potential hostage. Hold to the factory, sold to the market, bread for the auction, bread for the army, close to the teeth. Work on party, nobody down, holding for less. Run like a dream and running a red. Bulging vein and a straining neck. The second you're dead, everyone gets a cut. Keep treading that border, hold your head up. Living conditions, it could be a daily, it could be worse in defense of slavery. Take it from me, rates increase. Went from late fees to fuck you pay me. Say what they mean when you're upside down. Put a brick through the window of your house like bail me out. So bail me out. We're going down, sucker. We're going down, sucker. We're going down, sucker. So bail me out. We sprung a leak, we sprung a leak, we sprung a leak. So bail me out. We're going down, sucker. We're going down, sucker. We're going down, sucker. So bail it out. West I bail it out. South I bail it out. West I bail it out. East I bail it out. West I bail it out. South I bail it out. West I bail it out. East I bail it out. West I bail it out. East I bail it out. West I bail it out. South I bail it out. Yeah, I was just funny.
Come on, swing that hammer down now.
The earth movers. Building cities in the desert, cities in Antarctica, cities on the moon. Bulldozer backhoe, hard hat harvester. Rough gets smooth, everything can move. They got just the tool, everything can move. Got a foreman in the crew, everything can move. Got a union too, everything can move. The earth movers, they rule. Development, settlement, sharp eyes, dissect space and time with the measurement of lines. Divide dots and blacks, plot the map, plant the flag, drop the marker like that. Got plenty, property, proper, documents, safety, goggles, privilege, hard hat, thick skin, dig in. We are the architects, view the blueprint, never stop to rest. Never mind the mess, we're going to Mars next. Father of the projects, God complex. Let there be light, how large is your obelisk? It's a contest, watch this. Mountain from a molehill, mountaintop removal. Terraform, irrigate, excavate, level grade dam. It's hydroelectric, it's your boy Pipe Player Bob sledding through the desert. Fucking up the sandbox since I was 7. Talking toy permanent for demolition. Flatten every surface, destroy difference. Grease the commission just to keep the wheels spinning. But listen, we were born with permission. They see the vision in our clear blue eyes. Air conditioning the ice cubes, chilling poolside. Come to Jamaica, come to Dubai. Got a new mayor, cleaning up crime. Got a snow machine, you can ski anytime. Not a cloud to be seen in the dome of the sky. Reshape Parliament to North Manhattan. Wake up on the reservation like what happened. Sleep to the sound of a chainsaw massacre. Wake to the sound of a dump truck backing up.
Swing that hammer down now.
Building cities in the desert, cities in Antarctica, cities on the moon. Bulldozer, backhoe, hard hat, harvester, rough gets smooth. Everything can move, they got just the tool. Everything can move, got a foreman in the crew. Anything can move, got a union too. Earth movers, they rule. The camera's eye dilates, focus escapes, a sweeping brush coats the face, petroleum base, cover up, concealer and blush, make the cheeks look flush, at least real enough. Every night, watch the build-up in the light, through the tube in the vacuum, broadcast in the detached rooms, the suicide cure, the miracle fix. In my guts, I know it's them or us, I'm trying to resist, and it's the drugs from the ministers of love, skin cold to the touch, subtle quickness and emotion, flash of a split tongue when the mask lifts up, hidden images, quick cuts, Cobra Commander and other covert propaganda, Listerine and lipstick, people completely miss it, label me a misfit, settle for the spectacle, surrender to vendetta, but remember, the reptilian agenda. When the sun climbs the pyramid and opens its eyes to shine a cold light down on the Capitol steps, the enemy slithers by in slick business attire, grand imperial lizards take regimented steps down streets paved with bone. From a better cement, I heard a steady drone built into a deafening tone. RFID chip, fingerprints, cellular phone, satellites light up the globe. Your positions are known. What was written in stone will be built into silicone. Total synthesis, centralized control, secret notes, Bohemian Grove, the ritual, the code, the pyramid, the pinnacle, the privileged few. Use these symbols to communicate. Beware and be careful who you choose to illuminate, cause you never know who's at stake till it's too late. And remember, the reptilian agenda. By the time they find this song, I'll already be gone. They have corrupted me, they have hunted me down. They're closing in now, links to the chain of unexplained encounters, the evidence of a presence, the trace of a shapeshifter. Wait and remain vigilant, 6012, year of light revealed in the sky. As oxygen turns to carpet and the sea levels rise, the planet becomes a desert as the temperature climbs. The only creatures left alive will be the cold-blooded kind. Almost like reptiles, we're in control the whole time. Know your history, know the signs. Chinese dynasties descended from dragon kings. They flooded New Orleans from a castle in Beijing. Remember Eve the Deceiver from the book of Genesis. The snake in the double helix degree, symbol for medicine. Great deceivers and ancient leaders illuminate bodies like snakes, heads like humans, depicted in Indian scriptures and hieroglyphics written in Aztec ruins. Past, present, and future, the master class of mutant rulers are the true predators. So keep the shades down and the blade around, brother, and remember, and remember, and remember. The reptilian agenda, the reptilian agenda, the reptilian agenda, the reptilians,
It still doesn't seem to make sense. What kind of makeup would disguise a 7-foot lizard as government?
I suggest you talk to the police.
Oh, you know what else they trying to do?
We got power lenses on the cameras outside.
The new world order.
Only know where to hide.
You shouldn't be. Instead of...
Sitting up in bed when the sun sets. The room is such a mess, keep it darker than the crypt. Rumble in my stomach, reek of garlic and incense. Stumble from the bed, I dreamed of monsters again. Sharpen my instrument as part of my diligence. Polishing springs and pins, hardens the killer instinct. Darkness slips in, I stalked him in the mist. And walked the empty city looking for my nemesis. I'm a vampire hunter, bounty killer. I know my way around and I'm bound to deliver. I've lived among the parasites for more than half my life. Studied their evil habits, patterns and appetites. I'm the hunter.
Mark me down for what I took. That things only happen in 3. Oh my, oh my, oh my heart. You're the only one I forgot. From my head down to my feet.
Land in the city with the caravan of gypsies who hand me crucifixes and whisper their superstition. Keep it moving in tune with the moon's position. Set up with a smooth precision, every night's a new mission. I lift the lids of these stale boxes of dirt, cause I put stake in heart and faith in hard work. Now watch the snake eyes awaken surprise as they die. Cut out the heart and burn it at the graveside. Say goodbye, saving lives and the pay is fine. Besides, the truth is I get a thrill when it comes to the killing time. I am a vampire hunter, a bounty killer. I know my way around and I'm bound to deliver. I've lived among the parasites for more than half my life. Studied their evil patterns, habits and appetites. I'm a hunter.
Saints and patience. Sick enough to pray for this. Are you well enough to lend me all your heart?
They're not human. They're not the people you remember. They're the undead, the beast, the cannibal, the predator. They are disease, they feed off death. But there's a sacred mutilation that will lay them to rest. You need a vampire hunter, a bounty killer who knows his way around and is bound to deliver. Who's lived among the parasites for more than half his life. Studied their evil patterns, habits and appetites. I wear my sunglasses at night. I don't know why, I'm just sensitive to the light. When I was young I had such a strong sense of wrong or right. Them days are gone, life is long, not forever, right? These silver bullets pack a hell of a bite, but I ain't never been a sucker type. Still I get bloody like the incident that happened down in Exeter town, where the daughter of George Brown wouldn't rest in the ground. We had a posse of men, even the Providence Press dug up the body and cut out the black heart from her chest. Less than a month later, her older brother was dead, and I was wanted by the court to explain what I did. So I ran away and hid in the next city. Something of the strange events must have stayed with me, made me face the mirror for a moment to question. Imagine my surprise when I saw no reflection.
Shall be
just a little bit too strong.
Because your father was a man of the cross, who said his son was a slave to the flesh. When the spectacle ended, the charges would drop. Marvin was left with a hole in his chest, 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 a hole in his chest.
He could have brought down a mountain when he pounded on a table, or made the world collapse for a lapse in behavior. The pastor never spared the robber, taught the wrath and fear of God to stop this godless passion from burning, barking from the throne while the castle falls. He had a hand to smash the balance, a voice like a vortex, a temper like a terror, threaded ahead like a hornet's nest. And every day the levee breaks, the floodgates, the bloody face, the black eye, baptized in shame. He brought home the battlefield and sealed off the exits, crawling up the walls and absorbing the aggression, the source of his depression. The hurricane raging, the awful tension sent his hands to the piano, forged the heaven in his heart, but dragged him back to hell when the arguments would start. Because his father was a man of the cross, who said his son was a slave to the flesh. When the argument ended, the music had stopped. Marvin was left with the hole in his chest, hole in his chest, hole in his chest. Marvin was left with the hole in his chest.
You never said you loved me, and I don't believe you can, 'cause I saw you in a dream. Tell me, who am I to blame?
He mapped the length of his son's back with a leather belt, and sapped his strength with tongue lashings and heavy kill. Attacked his legs with such savage and deadly skill. The cracks left in the punch plaster were never filled. Patched together from fragments, a sense of himself. Advocate for compassion and the sensual. As parents sent a young packing to the depths of hell. A tattoo of guns clapping the end of the world. A marriage bed unraveling in a wedding bell. Cracked, he fell into drug habits, the empty shell. A tragic end of love's passion, a temple that fell. The collapse of such a fragile and sensitive will. Relapse to ugly patterns of kill or be killed. To combat the drunken shadow and wrestle the swell. Came back to the bloody battle where the devil dwell. To smash the glass and shatter himself. After the sudden blast, a heavy quiet fell. He asked his father why, but the silence wouldn't tell. After the gun blast, a heavy quiet fell. He asked his father why, but the silence wouldn't tell. Because his father was a man of the cross, who said his son was a slave to the flesh. When their argument ended, the music had stopped. Marvin was left with the hole in his chest.
Said you love me, and I don't believe you can, 'cause I saw you in a dream. Tell me, who am I to blame? Sorrow grips my voice as I stand here all alone, and watch you slowly take away a love I've never known. I was born without you, baby, but my feelings were a little bit too strong, just a little bit too strong.
Marvin was left with the hole in his chest.
Marvin was left with the hole in his chest. Marvin was left with the hole in his chest. Marvin was left with the hole in his chest. Marvin was left with the hole in his chest.
photos of ghosts projected against the chemical smoke that closes all around me. A taste bitter as paint thinner. Switch the sound off, breathe heavily. They haven't found me. Slouched over my desk with my head pressing the keys, or sitting up in bed, the scene reflected by the screen. Blood pounding in my temple, remote control by the feed. Fingers slip between the blinds. This is what I see outside. Vampires, pedophiles, secret police. Threat levels elevated for weeks. Feel my blood pressure peak before I snap the blind shut. My heart beating in the darkness, eating from the box and half conscious, half life full of sad nights spent rerunning my favorite programs over again. Light glowing on my skin, my face shows no emotion. I sink into the sofa like a city sinking into the ocean. Sinking into the sofa like a city sinking into the city sinking into the city sinking into the. But what I really wanna know is the kitchen in the house? The kitchen's in the house. Is the bathroom in the house? The bathroom's in the house. Is the closet in the house? The closet's in the house. Is the living room in the house? The living room's in the house. Alright, then check it out. I got lead paint peeling, spreading stains at the ceiling, revealing rust, dust, roaches and rats. They make a killing. The smell of death is filling what remains of the building in 53 square feet. Make my cipher complete. Whether drooling on my pillow or laid out on my sheets, I keep falling. The TV keeps me falling asleep. The world is mine in my dreams. I see myself selling myself to myself. I feel like hell and cry for help till I'm held, until I'm safe in the arms of my home's body shut in. Nobody knocks on my door no more, nobody comes in. Though I'm sure my existence is a topic of discussion, they must wonder what the fuck will be left of the mess uncovered when they finally take a wrecking ball to my bedroom wall. I will show them that something, show them that something. Is the kitchen in the house? The kitchen's in the house. Is the closet in the house? The closet's in the house. Is the bedroom in the house? The bedroom's in the house. Is the living room in the house? The living room's in the house. I don't go out, I just wander the halls. Fingers run along the crumbling walls, sick in the form like the dip in the floor. The drip in the kitchen that's on a mission to kill me off. I should've died in a quick fire, it will before long. Smoke rising from the old wiring, ring the alarm. Wish I could decorate the place with the smell of napalm. Barricade the same face, never answer the phone. Stay away from the shades, try to vanish in the smoke. I no longer know if I'm the cancer or the host. Can't manage to cope without damage in my throat. Used to make plans to go, but they cancel my show. Now I watch Channel Zero for a pattern in the snow. From the clock to the mirror to the carpet full of holes. Things are going well beyond a job for pest control. You know? Is the kitchen in the house? The kitchen's in the house. Is the closet in the house? The closet's in the house. Is the living room in the house? The living room's in the house. Is the bedroom in the house? The bedroom's in the house. Fade up on the scene as he wrestles with the dream in the in-between place. Not awake, not asleep, such a waste. A sunken face frozen in a scream. Hypnotized by the click, click, click of poker chips on the TV. Falling, all in, and the dealer reveals a card. Reach for the remote, but he's so far gone. Just give up and leave it on. Noises bleeding into one. Voices speak to him in tongues. Rain beating like a drum. Can't shake the awful feeling. They're feeding on his blood. Can't get up, can't get out. Too much doubt to overcome. Too much loss. Shut the door. Cut him off. No cure but to batten down the hatches. But when the night falls, there's a storm in the mattress, and the ship gets blasted by the wind and downpour. No map, no captain, no order, no course, no path towards morning. But How deep is deeper than Atlantis? The tide drops before the surge, bonded in his words. Everything is terrible and settled. The earth trembles, splinters into fragments, missing an imbalance. Secrets of the deep make him rage against the sheets. Used to think it would be beautiful to never rest in, but God is in insomniac that never gets to. Another victim of addiction to scripted reality. There's no survivors in the real world, just greed and jeopardy and reoccurring dreams of murder scenes and skirting the police. He did the dirty deed, surely destined to be hung by the jury. The verdict is reached, the sentence is set. No mercy, no pardon, no appeal, no rest, no escape from the collection of his unforgiven debt. No stay of execution from the judges in his head. Keeps looking at the time, but the night never ends. When you're caught up at the border of the living and the dead. Caught up at the border of the living and the dead. Caught up at the border of the living and the dead. Caught up at the border of the living and the dead. Caught up at the border of the living and the dead. Can't get to sleep, so the dream never ends. You can't get to sleep, so the dream never ends. When you're caught up at the border of the living and the dead. Caught up at the border of the living and the dead. That's deep. How deep is deeper than Atlantis? Deep. How deep is deeper than Atlantis? Deep. How deep is deeper than Atlantis? Deep.
This record is brought to you by Fallen House Construction Incorporated. We build 'em. You take your fucking chances. Strange famous.
How deep is deeper than Atlantis? How deep is deeper than Atlantis? How deep is deeper than Atlantis? How deep is deeper than Atlantis?
As I perspire through my pigment, fire a cigarette, sire some newness, dire corners stay dimlit, dimwit sticking to rudeness, slim kid sticking to coolness, brolic youth will get ruthless, foolish will end up toothless. I slide through, die when I'm lied to, lie back, lay down, been dead, no salute, no crowns, right? They yelling hurry up and buy, open your mouth and shut your eyes, and no one even acts surprised no more. No more .org, so sore, no pores, enough to support what I need to flush. All we need is a rush, all we need is a Dutch, all we need is some weed, all we need is a push, all we need is a boost. Who can't handle the truth? All I need is these big black motherfucking boots. Who are you? Get a move on. Get a grip. Get a move on.
Water.
Well then, boom.
Water.
Well then, boom.
Water.
Well then, boom.
Water.
Coming just for you. There will be no place to hide.
Water.
Coming for you.
Water.
Can you imagine that?
Young man is a gargoyle, get thrown off the building, and for a while they all used to talk about building, but then the star, he got fired from the building, then he went from song billings to bomb building. I made my draw. Cause you really used to get it how he was to the limit of the kids Bob with a bunch of stuff. Poor relatives, averages made on the charts have waned in the days since like Wilson, brother, you can feel song comes in the bin till you get draw. The well is dry, head is high for once until you try. But you had no one tell you, buddy, you should stop. Cautionary tale, auctions every sale so they can shop. Your remains still remain even when you're in a box. Wait to see them at wax museums for photo ops. No moss, no more, you were a whore for the props. The lock's not off, it's still on. You sing songs with a light and your mind's turned off. Deferred trust, rust never sleeps. Why don't you just move on?
I'm not moving, I'm not moving. Get a grip. I'm not moving, I'm not moving. Get a move on. I'm not moving. Get a grip. I'm not moving, I'm not moving. Get a Though we love the static, fall back, reset, default, automatic, pause that. Borders intact, cemented all stagnant. Struck dumb, stuck to the floor. Raw arrogance, collectible kicks. The broad spectrum is sick. We need more medicine, less cough suppressant. Settled on a coughing fetish and worship of solid objects. It's good to be hard, but it's harder to be honest. It's nice to be smart, but can you move an audience? Draw a crowd and paint a picture. A temple sinks under the weight of scripture. The false idols and fake honest. I admit I lost faith when they chained us to the monument. Saw the ways raised to erase our accomplishments. We're not healthy, we're just heavy. You're not a soldier boy, you're a mercenary in a cryogenic sleep. Fighting windmills locked up in the deep freeze. Frozen and still poles and sold to the museum. Acquired some new pieces, but you don't need them. Hand over the jewels. This is a robbery, nobody moves.
Now, I'm sure I don't have to tell you this, but just in case. Take it personal.
Say hello to Mr. Buddy Buddy, the charlatan. Confidence man, half mannequin. Hanging in the closet where the objects are inanimate. Jingling his pockets, talking money in his sleep. Talking funny like a president. Buddy is a creep. He studied to be a priest, now he preaches to the lost toys. Speaking in the soft voice, sneaky with the altar boys. Ask him what his name is, he'll tell you buddy, yuck, no relation. The living go to die in the hole where his face is. Beginning of time, he shows Satan how to shapeshift. Body image issues, never seen himself naked. Making money is a hobby, but he wants to be famous. He goes antique shopping for Nazi paraphernalia. But buddy's not a racist, he just loves a good sales pitch. Whichever way the scales tip, can't knock the hustle of reaching in your chest and squeezing that weak muscle. posted by the phone so uncomfortably, gnawing at her thumb till it bleeds. She's in the way but out of shape. The money makes her wait. The waitress looks away and makes her face, staring at the empty plate. Drift away, shifty, agitated, frustration and despair. Silent phone and only rage. Why isn't he here? We had a date. For Christ's sake. The corner's colder than the tomb, the city air's empty. I live in God's country, I let the devil tempt me. Drowning in the wishing well, surrounded in a living hell. These people think they're better than me, but I've got bellies to feed. And their dress is too expensive and their movies been made. I do for you, you do for me. It's a mutual exchange and feels a desperate need. 3 hours late, he finally texted me. Lost his nerve, maybe next week. Another deadbeat, another drop of poison on my tongue. Another cloud of smoke to fill my lungs. Rough kisses, smudge the pain on my lips. Hungry stomachs and tight fists. Hollow bones, bruised nerves that sound on the alert. In the body of work, in the body of work, in the body of work, in the body of work. They promised her to the dirt. In her body, her body, her body, her body, her body, her body.
Someone is sitting there. Someone who doesn't care. Someone who only stares.
The city is a blister, splitting open wide. The rotted shell of an insect laid out on its side. A little death, a hot white spotlight paints the darkness with our silhouettes. I haven't met the numbers in my head and can't go home yet. Instead I'm slouched against the post on the fence, posing for them that pose a threat and hold me by the neck. Approaching next to slack jaws and fat rolls who get what they ask for. The dashboard glows, I tug at my clothes. I try to act casual, I tell them what it costs to rob me. They look me up and down and then we bargain over parts of my body and mind. Separate, the hour is getting late, the lost time. Dividing dollar signs before my eyes. I should have sized them up better, but it's a long drive at the end of an off night and they seem alright. I never ask too many questions. Visit the intersection to slip from the city's memory, and what do you get? Another drop of poison on my tongue. Another cloud of smoke to fill my lungs. Rough kisses, smudge the pain on my lips. Hungry stomachs and tight fists. Hollow bones, bruised nerves, a sound on the alert. In the body of work, 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 in her body, 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 body.
There's somebody here that must like us. We're the hardest working band in the street business.
I tell you what, let's go with that last one for tonight. Say what?
Thank you.